friends, hope you're whelmed. My name's Jess, and today I want to talk about Lil Guardsman. A bright, colorful, epic low fantasy story packaged as a cozy game, Lil Guardsman is one of my absolute favorites. You play as Lil, a sarcastic 12-year-old who's been roped into doing her father's job for the day so he can illegally bet what's left of their savings on the big Goblin Ball match. While your first day sees you learning the ropes of protecting the kingdom by admitting or denying various quirky characters past the gates, it soon turns into a time-traveling adventure with real consequences, as Lil learns about what's really going on in the kingdom and who's really pulling the strings. I don't want to spoil it, but trust me, you'll be hooked. The art, music, voice acting, and level design are all superb, but what makes this an all-time great for me is the writing. Lil Guardsman is funny and irreverent while touching on some heavy themes and timely topics, all without losing its strong emotional core and sense of fun, weaving together a strong tapestry that allows you to have a direct hand in the kingdom's fate. This is a quirky fantasy story filled with magical creatures and pop culture references spanning decades. It's a political thriller where the pieces move on a chessboard made of glass. It's a forbidden romance. It's a slice of life saga where, on the one hand, your choices may not matter immediately, if at all, and on the other, if you make the wrong ones, the entire kingdom collapses. So many things are building in the background, but because you're seeing everything through Lil's eyes, the grander plot is revealed slowly, which gives the characters breathing room and lets you invest in them, forming attachments and really caring about what happens to them in the long run. The game even starts off with a hopeful intro that quickly shows you what can happen if you make all the wrong choices. Or if you're like me, and you already got the good ending, so you want to be a Chaos Goblin and see what happens otherwise. But no pressure, right? The game does try to nudge you in the right direction, and as previously mentioned, you do have the ability to time travel. So if you want to redo your day or just a specific interaction down at the guard shed, you absolutely can. Each day, you'll be given an allotment of power crystals to fuel your equipment. You're limited to 3 moves per interaction before you have to decide whether or not to open the gates, and it's a good idea, when you're starting out, to check the Royal Writ. It's basically a guide for who can pass through and who shouldn't. Sometimes you genuinely won't know, so you'll have to rely on your tools and your own smarts to make the choice. At the end of shift, you'll be rated on each choice, and at the end of the day, you'll get a full breakdown on the consequences of your actions, and how they either helped or hurt the kingdom and the people around you. Lil Guardsman is great because it takes care to flesh out Lil's world beyond the guard shed, which means you as the player get to explore and interact with different places and characters. When you're outside of the guard shed, you won't have things like truth spray or your x-ray machine to help you solve problems, so make sure you're taking in the little details and using your noodle. There are also certain levels where you can hedge your bets, but you'll be relying on luck for those. If you want to buy more crystals or additional slots for your equipment, make sure to visit Garby's store. Honestly, sometimes I'd hang out back there just to listen to the music. There are so many details that make Lil Guardsman a hidden gem, and so far I haven't managed to find another game like it, though I frequently Google just in case someone has the answer. I'm pretty sure Lil's story is all wrapped up, but I'd love a spin-off of that one character. You know the one, but I don't want to spoil the ending. Honestly, even just a scrap of news that Hilltop is working on their next game would be enough for me, even if it's an entirely different project. I know we've got some really cool cozy games coming up, so if you want to check out Lil Guardsman and see if it's for you, I linked the demo in the description and I'd love to hear what you think about it. Now I'm curious, have you played Lil Guardsman? Did you love it? Who was your favorite character? What ending did you end up with? And also, are there other games like this one that scratch that same itch? If you could share them with me, that would be amazing. If you've made it this far, thanks so much. If you had fun listening to me ramble, consider subscribing and leaving a like. I hope you're playing a game just as great as Lil Guardsman right now, and I'll see you next time.